Kids, back in 2021 when we had the EUC Summer Streets in the city, it was exciting. We had cops, COVID, combustion, great companionship. Let me tell you all about it. August 7th, NYC Summer Streets was the culmination for me of 1.5 years of COVID here in New Jersey, with all its many stresses with dealing with sick and dying patients. So many times my wheels were the ones I could turn to for stress relief. This clip was in April 2020, where I am totally drained and depressed after work, but I knew my wheels could offer some relief. First week of August 2021 came along, and excitement was building with 11 riders set to attend the NYC Summer Streets ride. However, just a couple of days before August 7th, this news came up. Apparently, the NYC DOT came out with a flyer that would rock the foundations of the EUC community, especially around the tri-state area. The flyer stated that no EUCs as well as one-wheels were allowed on the city streets. Could this be true? I could not believe, despite the news coming from the NYC DOT site. I have known for years that cops never really paid much attention to electric unicycle riders. The times I rode in the city, the cops really just ignored us. I knew that within the past few months, there have been news of scooters and mopeds causing injury to pedestrians. Look at this lady as she tried to exit a bus. She gets rammed by a speeding scooter. A famous actress, Lisa Baines, best known for playing mother of Ben Affleck in the movie Gone Girl, was killed while crossing a street. A scooter had run a red light and smashed into the actress. Several news stories showed moped riders doing illegal riding on sidewalks, not wearing helmet, driving in parks and highways where they are not allowed, and running a red light. Another news of a scooter rider dying when he struck a center light pole within a center median. That story came after news journalist Nina Kapoor was struck and killed on a rebel moped in Brooklyn. More news have arrived following a string of accidents resulting in serious injuries and hospitalizations.
We're also seeing a lot more serious injuries, including bone fractures or broken bones, also head injuries that include concussion.
Folks are using something that in many ways is like a motorcycle without having to have a license like you need to with a motorcycle, and therefore, a certain amount of training and all. It stands to reason that it's going to put people in harm's way.
All that media attention on high-speed scooters and mopeds causing injury and death eventually led to the NYC Department of Transportation posting this flyer. EUCs, because of much lower number than scooters and mopeds, have been basically flying under the radar. But I fear eventually someone other than the EUC rider will get seriously hurt and unfortunately die. That is when the cops will really care and follow what the DOT has placed. What about the combustion part of my story? Well, the night before NYC Summer Streets, my friend Aram was charging his barely used S18, and smoke started coming out of the charging port area. He did the wise thing by quickly pulling out the cable from the port and then disconnecting the power. His charge port USB connection wire melted. This was bad news for the ride the following day, since he only had 45% battery. The charge port on the wheel did not look damaged, and the S18 still turned on. We took the chance to bring the S18 anyway for the ride, and hoping maybe we could find someone willing to lend an S18 charging cable. The following day, Aram and I were expecting a boatload of people to show up, similar in number to the 2019 Summer Streets meetup. No one else but Aram and I were there. I think the DOT EUC warning flyer scared off many riders. After a whole hour wait, Aram and I just set off to enjoy the ride. I would say the capacity of the pedestrians, runners, bikers, and whatever was probably about 10% of what the crowd was in 2019.
There was a documentary released back in April 2020 that clearly showed microdroplets emitted from talking or coughing can hang in stagnant, non-circulating air for up to 20 minutes. However, when there is air circulation, such as outdoors, those virus-carrying microdroplets dissipate away within seconds. So when outdoors and keeping a safe distance, there really is no need to wear masks. Soon after this documentary was released, that is when masks were recommended by the CDC. I will post a link to this documentary in the description.
COVID scared most people away, and I think definitely the DOT flyer heavily discouraged the PEV riders. We were ignored by cops all day. I can definitely say that cops don't really care about electric unicycles. We then went to the harbor by Central Park and met up with some old friends I have known since college. One ended up being my best man at my wedding. We are here just playing around with our taekwondo antics at my wedding. Mr. Simon and James Kim, known as Tiger Twins, have been in martial arts and action movies for years. We met up and had lunch at the Pier 1 Outdoor Cafe. As we were heading back, I was surprised to see
Chris, how you been, man? Adam.
What was the contend
from
Oh, Ted.
Star.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm subscribed to your channel.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you. Adam. Joel, nice to meet you.
Helmet.
Yeah, cool helmet.
Aram was lucky to have met Joel because Joel had a new motherboard as well as other parts for Aram's defunct S18. Eventually, through collaboration with Jason of eWheels and Joel, the S18 was able to be repaired properly. The Summer Streets enabled me to combine my old and new friends as well as making new acquaintances. We all came from very different backgrounds, but having the same passion for the wheel or wheels gave us all a sense of camaraderie. Add to that the community atmosphere where people are always willing to help one another out. Just look what happened with Aram's case with the S18. A total stranger freely volunteered his skills to help him out. This is what I am talking about. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Until next time.